Bah! Am I live? I certainly hope I am live. Let me see. Who have I missed here tonight? Da-da-da. We have Pizza for Dennis, of course. The Crackle. Jerry BVR. Good man, Jerry. Kev B. Good man, Kev. How are you? Hope you're keeping well. Underscore. Audio Al. Hello, Audio Al. Michael Tranfield is here tonight too. Wonderful stuff. And we have Mrs. Odgenodge. Wonderful. And Roundy Mooney. Looking good. Irvine 70 is also here. Okay, can I be heard? Someone give me a now sound there. Sound there. For Roundy says, how are you? So I take it he can hear what I'm saying. Sounds good. Now sound audio quality report will be appreciated, if at all possible. And we've 16 watching in the chat at the moment. Excellent sound, excellent stuff. That's what I like to hear. Grand stuff. Let's zoom in the camera a little bit. What zoom again? This is zoom, yeah. Well, of course, there is no little bit. It either zooms all the way or all the way out, which is a bit, but it's a wonderful camera. I'm looking a little bit out of focus tonight, but maybe it's just me, not the camera. I don't know. Water tonight, Mr. Tranfield. We can't always be imbibing, as they say. By the way, your nut is still here, but it will be going in the post. Probably tomorrow, actually. I just dug out a few envelopes earlier on for it. So I do know, I think it was about 2 weeks ago when we were discussing that, but I'll be quite honest with you, Michael, I forgot all about it. It went to the back of my mind, but other things are going on, as you can understand. If you're complaining about the cover, then we don't. Let's see, nothing. A man should never lose one of his nuts. Oh, I can hear myself talking. That's never worked. So how are we all doing? I got myself one of the cheap Chinese diesel heaters, and if anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, go to AliExpress or even just go to Google and type in Chinese diesel heater, and they will come up because they're all the rage at the minute. So I got one. It's apparently an 8 kilowatt unit, which I don't believe because it doesn't put out that much heat. But I'm not going to say any more about it yet till I've made up my mind. But what I can do, I might be able to show you a very temporary setup here at the minute. We have drilled a hole through the floor of the shed at the back. Let's see now. I know there's a short USB lead on Mr. Obb's bot. However, you may just be able to see. Don't look at me, Obb's bot. Don't look at me. There he is, locked in place. Down here, you will see a pipe coming in through the shed. So I'm gonna make a proper, vent. Weld up some aluminium actually, and make a flange to the wall and all that kind of good stuff, and make a little box for the heater outside. How good is it? It doesn't get as hot as I thought it would, but we'll see. And I think it's using a bit more diesel than I thought it would, but I believe you can calibrate them and stuff, so it could be invaded by mice. I'm alright for mice because the rats eat them, thankfully. So we're not too bad for mice around here. Would a carbon monoxide alarm be a good idea? Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, I do have one here actually, which I'm gonna fit in a suitable location. Though there shouldn't be any problem there unless something seriously goes wrong because the exhaust is piped away from it And we've got an extension on the exhaust as well to take the exhaust well away from the air inlet. Don't put the unit outside or you'll be heating the outside air. Well, it sucks the air in and then it heats it and it lets it in. Now, it doesn't bother me. It's going to be good enough. I did actually have it here in the shed, first of all, with the exhaust going out through the wall. It was too fucking noisy. It'll be good enough for my purposes, Jerry. And I don't mind it sucking in the fresh air. The exhaust and the combustion air is separate from the heating air. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, it's totally separated, which is the reason why I went for it, and not some other sort of indoor heating solution, like, you know, a coals and gas or one of them things. They were common on couches. They were, yeah. And what's the other one? It's just gone out of my head now. They were in a lot of stuff, tractor cab units and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's gonna stay outside because it's too loud. The noise of the injector going and all drive you mad. So it'll be good enough outside for me. I'll mount it onto the side of the shed, and I'm gonna have it that it's detachable handy enough as well if I want to bring it somewhere else with me, if I'm going camping or something. And yeah, some people put heat exchangers on the exhaust as well, and heat a radiator too, if you want to get that involved. You can do all them kind of things. I'm not too pushed now, to be honest. All it needs to do is blow a bit of hot air into the shed, and I don't mind a bit taking like what I could do as well. I could leave it mounted outside, and I could run the inlet from the shed. You know, I could run another pipe, drill a hole up the top here somewhere, so it sucks the intake is taking in the warm air out of the shed, so it doesn't have to heat it as much. But I like the idea of it taking fresh air from outside into the shed. Webasto was the famous manufacturer. They will run on many oils. Yeah, I've watched a couple of YouTube videos of lads running them on black engine oil and you know, burnt engine oil and cooking oil and all this kind of stuff. But they do seem to foul up pretty quick. Run them and all that kind of stuff. And look, I'm not all that pushed, you know. Green diesel here at the minute is, I don't know, it's around 120 or 130 or something like that. You know, and if it just burns 130 a day, if it burns a litre a day or whatever for when I'm out here, that'll do me grand. It's still cheaper than the electric heater, so it'll do. Yeah, run them on waste oil. No, I wouldn't be bothered. It's for the saving that you're making on it. No. So that's the story on that. Green diesel is your man for as long as we can get it, yeah. They might try and do away with it here as well. Hopefully not, though. I don't know. Some people are saying they're running them on kerosene as well. But I haven't looked into all that too much yet, to be honest. Once it's just a cheaper option for heating the shed is all I want, because the electricity it's just getting ridiculous, as we all know. So I thought it was worth a shot anyway. So we'll see how it gets on over the next couple of weeks. It'll be better when it's properly installed and what have you. But having it in the shed is a no-no anyway. It's way too loud. So that's the crack on that front. Yeah, not much happening here. You'll have seen me bumbling my way through doing the backlights on that Samsung television here the other day. Yeah, that worked out okay. Television's working alright, so it's gone off to live in its new home, doing a bit of gaming. Till one of the kiddies smash it, and that's the whole idea. Cheap television, free. My little voice is digging into me here. We'll do away with him. Must be the world's smallest voice, but it's actually, it comes in useful now and again. So that's the crack on this front. How's everyone else getting on? Norman Donnelly is here as well. Hello, Norman. The burn up on the LCD, yeah, that was a nasty burn up, and that could have been a lot worse. It's because there's a lot of plastic in there, you know. I mean, now I know it's fire retardant plastic, but I take it, you know, once it gets to a certain temperature, it'll take off. I was very surprised to see it that bad. Didn't think they burned up like that. I don't know if Michael Dranfield has come across them burning up like that. Welcome to the world of flat screen TVs. Well, I was sort of semi-familiar enough with flat screen TVs at one time, but I only under protest most of the time. I know, I didn't mind whipping the back off them and having a look. But obviously, it's going to be 5 years since my late friend closed his TV shop. So, and then, you know, at that stage, you know, probably the newest TVs we were fixing were at least 3 or 5 years old. So, you know, the technology has obviously moved on a little bit since then. And there's not a whole lot in them TVs to be repairing these days. Michael says very common on LG and Samsung for the LEDs to burn up. Bit much, alright. Yeah, when I put the diffuser on first, yeah, I copped that after, alright. But not to worry. It could be far worse, Norman. So that's the crack. We've 29 watching with 15 likes, so I think Roundy Mooney's going to have to get his blue spanner out. At least the audio's good on it. Good on it now. Good on it now when I put the speakers into it. I only put a couple of screws into the back anyway, so. You never put all the screws back in till you know what you say, because you might have to take them all out again. So always just put a couple in, try it, and then bang the rest of them in. When you're satisfied, it's going to be a goer. The screen is a bastard SIMAP. I would not want to be doing that every day. I mean, they're clearly not really thinking about the repairman these days. And even that one's a bit older. Like, I don't know what the newer ones are like. I'm sure these new ones. I see Barry in the chat as well. How are you, Barry? I see, you know, I don't know, like the likes of these curved TVs. How would you go about taking the screen off them to do the backlights on one of them? I take it they're bonded in, and it's more or less impossible to go near those. Oh yeah, clicked back together. It did. It did. Now I don't know how old that television was. Now Michael might have an idea. I'm going to say it was probably 10 years old. That was an older set. Yeah, the new screens are twice as thin. Forget about it. Like, and one slip and then the screen is gone. So no. They go flat when you take them off. Funny enough, Norman, that's what Michael said to me. He said that it's a flat, and then they're bent. They're under pressure. They're bent. Yeah, I might have a go at a few more. There's plenty of them around. We could. Now that I've done backlights on one, we never did the backlights in John's shop because it wasn't something that he wanted to get involved with really, and he had other work at the time as well, so it probably wasn't worth his while. Because he was doing vacuum cleaner repairs and all that kind of thing. So, there was more meat on the bone there as regards to money per hour for repair than there would have been in doing backlights. But we didn't have the space either, like his shop was set up, this is a very poor replica of his workshop in the sense the way the bench is around this way. It wasn't set up for flat panel repair, of course. It was set up for the days of the, the Thorn 3500 or that. So we didn't really have the space. Like, as you would have seen in the video that I did with Michael, he has the big, huge table, 8 or 10 foot across and 6 or 8 foot deep that you can lie the TV down flat and split them, which is, you need that kind of space. And that was a 39-inch TV. anything bigger than that isn't going to work in here, you know. I mean, there's no way I could tackle a 55-inch TV in here. I just wouldn't have the space. But that's the crack anyway on that one. Most of Crackle sees have cracked LCDs. Well, that's a showstopper straight away, isn't it? And I mean, they're so delicate. They're so delicate, it's just impossible to do anything with them. Like that one that I did, that was a shot in the dark. That was a shot of nothing, really. Because I knew, like, I paid 20 odd quid in AliExpress for the backlights. And if I cracked the screen, it wasn't going to be the end of the world. Just put it back where I found it. So that's it. Roundy doesn't get paid if the thumbs up don't come in. Roundy's on the naughty step, you know. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be repairing flat screen TVs for a living anymore. I don't think there's too many people that are. Sort of other stuff in electronics you could be doing now that's probably better paid. So that's the story on that one. So let's see, who have we got in the chat tonight so far? I hit the participation button. Community participants. Matt, Kev B, Michael Tranfield, Norman Donnelly, Mounty, The Crackle, and White Sapphire. So far, but it's early. It is early. It'll be interesting to see where people are coming from. Dennis is about, but he's just busy. Good man, Dennis, no problem. I do, by the way, want to give a special mention. If I can find it. Maybe this phone now was a special operation at times. I got a lovely email during the week from one of my viewers. Now, I don't know if he's watching tonight or not. He's not a big commenter in the live stream, but he does comment. He'll say hello and goodbye or whatever. And that's Michael O'Connor. And I got a lovely email off Michael just to say that he watches my YouTube channel. He's from Tipperary. And himself and his son watch the channel when they're out in the shed on a Sunday evening messing about. And they just have it sort of on in the background, the live stream, which I thought was really nice. And his son's name is Shane. And Shane, along with his a colleague of his in school, won the BT Young Scientist Award, which is no easy task for anyone outside of Ireland that doesn't know. It's BT do a Young Scientist Award here every year, and there's all different categories and stuff, and you enter in. But they won their category anyway, which was very good. So I just wanted to give them a shout out. So that's Liam and Michael from Tip. I hope they're watching, but if they're not, but they watch me just in the background when they're messing around their shed. So it's lovely to get an email like that, you know. And it's lovely to hear that there's a young fella that's into all this, because there's not enough young people, you know, who want to do things with their hands and stuff, whether it's electronics or woodworking or any of these kind of things. So it's always nice to hear that. So wonderful. Ray Kavanagh's here as well. Hello, Ray. Chief One, SW listener here. So I hear. Well done. Yeah. Absolutely. I hope that shed isn't too cold down there. Yeah. Hopefully they have plenty of heat on. So yeah, no, it's lovely. It's lovely to get an email like that. Rather nice. So it's nice that people are getting a bit of crack out of the live. You see, I do know there's reasons. I always say, you know, the silent people out there who don't comment, but you know, they might be off doing stuff like that, so they don't be in the live, in the chat or whatever. So we have Freezing Pig from Leyland. Good man, how are you? Well, if she doesn't do the pattern roundy, who will? We're all watching the live. We're all in the live stream, you see. Indeedy. Mrs. Odgenodge. Oh dear, oh dear. So that's the crack. Right, it's early enough, lads. It's just coming up to 8:30. Let's zoom this thing out a bit. No one wants to be looking at my mush that big on the screen. Yeah. Will we hit? The record is, and I think Roundy Mooney knows this, and I think myself and Mrs. Odgens were discussing this the other day. I think the record for a live stream is 44 concurrent viewers. Could tonight be the night that we smashed that? Less than 45, sure. I think it was 44 was the record, alright. So, I have a feeling we're not going to break that record tonight somehow, unfortunately. But we'll get there eventually. Every week we edge another little bit. If only God would give me more time. However, we're getting there. Yeah, Absolute Radio is in the bin. Are they still transmitting the retune signal? I think they are. They were when I checked yesterday. We can have a listen. But more and more, you know, I have to laugh and hear people saying, we're going to see what takes their place. There won't be anything taking their place, lads. Unfortunately. Let's see if we can hear them. We get the old Eddie Stone out. It is such a shame to see all these stations going off medium wave, and I think it's only going to accelerate now because all the others are going to be looking at Absolute and thinking, well, if they're after getting away by Ofcom pulling the plug, we will too. So it could accelerate pretty quickly now. Well, as I said last week, there's plenty of stuff on shortwave to listen to. You know, if you can get up some sort of an area. It's not all doom and gloom. You always have to look on the bright side, and hopefully a few piratey types will come in. Plenty of bleeding Spanish stations on it anyway.
Hemos llegado a estar 3 abajo en el marcador, hemos logrado empatar gracias a la buena defensa de los...
Radio Caroline's coming in all right tonight anyway.
So important. So let's make a greener and cleaner choice. Choose Mark Industries. For more information, visit markindustries.co.uk. Radio Caroline 6, 4, 8.
They're coming on real well tonight. Anyway.
The auxiliary input in your power radio. Just a reminder.
Yeah.
Radio is no longer on this frequency. A number of good reasons we made this change, and you can find out all the information on our website. The address is absoluteradio.co.uk/listen. That's also the webpage to go to find out about all the...
Que sí, approved. You'd wear extra clothes.
Now we'll have a listen. Any Pirates on tonight? Yeah. 1650, there's a Dutch Pirate there. Around 1640, there's one too. Bit of top band action there.
I said, okay, Sam. Anyway, I was only down there 3 days, and he came to the top of the hole the one day. He said,
You hear some interesting stuff on the top band nets, definitely. The Comer 2-stroke lorry they're talking about.
Then I had a test when I went to British Road Services, but it was one of their own testers, the company's own testers. So I never actually went to a test like they did. Well, they changed it all now. You have to go through all the 3 stages now, I think. It's all changed.
ZXTV, Harvey, how are you? Yeah, the AC10 works very well when it wants to. It drifts like hell though. So it's interesting to hear top band. Nah, don't usually come in all that well here. So yeah, we have the Dutch Pirates at the top of medium wave to keep us going anyway when all else fails. And I would suspect that they will move down a little bit as the band's clear. Kev B asked me, is the dark room safe light a Patterson one? I don't know. I think you're talking about this one. I have 2 of them. One there as well. But this one is a recent acquisition. Let me have a look. It is indeed. Patterson Products Limited. Made in England. Good man, Kev. It's a fairly modern one. Plastic. Whereas that one is baked like. I kind of like the glow off them, to be honest with you. Good man, Kev. Good. Jesus, you have a good eye for stuff now. Because I'm looking at the screen here. I can hardly make it out. Oh, the 1933 net. That's what it is, all right. Same as the one you had, Kev, yeah. I just love the glow of them, to be honest. It looks like a non-air light. Yeah, it does, kind of, yeah. I just hung it up there for the crack. The last one I saw in Amsterdam. Oh, yeah. Mrs. Odgenodge is in the chat here now, lads, you know. I wouldn't know anything about that kind of thing. Where's White Sapphire? I heard she went to feed the cats. I hope they didn't eat her.
I tell you what, we got last night. I'm 1933. Then he showed family. Well, there we go. And to go on there, you see, I mean, you probably the same. I quite often listen. Now, it's very easy for me to listen because I've got either another receiver altogether, or I can just put the other receiver on this radio. So. Well, I don't like doing all this fun, and I'm trying to listen to one frequency, but you can tell, but that's why,
They're having great crack, them lads.
when we went on there, I actually made one or two comments on here and said, well, listen to this, bloody Canada.
Good recovery, Stu Roundy. Yeah, right. You'd think that, wouldn't you?
He's gone down on there talking. He took over the bloody frequency for about 10 minutes.
I wonder if these lads realise we're listening to them. I didn't know there was an SDR at Malin Head, Roundy. Can you share the website to that, or just give us an address or whatever?
Wow. I thought he was born back in the time of Julius Caesar or somebody like that. Oh, yeah. He's probably having a listen.
We're all having a listen, lads.
Okay, then? Okay, then? My mate.
I think the batteries are near gone. Flatten the eddies down, though. That's the problem. They're due a charge. I have rechargeable days in it now at the minute. The days of the analog cordless phone, yeah. King Charles. Yeah. Yeah, the old cordless phone got him in trouble, alright, didn't it? Ireland Northwest proxy. Yeah, I must keep it. I must try that. Thanks, Roundy. Interesting stuff, Ari. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. I'm neglecting it. Someone 27 megahertz, someone 49, and some just below 160 meters. That's right, Dennis. They don't care, John. I'm sure they don't, Ray. I'm sure they don't. That's the whole idea. Dennis says he bought a nice new SDR radio. This is the second time of trying to buy one. They never shipped the first one. It's a TRX Duo, dual transmit and receive functions. Interesting. Oh, this one's battery. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh no, the EC10 is a fully transistorized. It's Eddie Stone's first fully transistorized radio, actually. I think that's usually the state of conversation there with them, Roundy.
Now he thinks, well, I'd like to join those guys again. It's very interesting. I like that. I like that word. Nobody would, that is. Can I just say something quickly? Oh, yes. I'm sure you jumped in. Did I get confused? I may have misheard, but please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure Tony Preston was on about going to Brummies, and he wears a pencil skirt. Well, we've got evidence, haven't we, Fred? Oh yeah. Well, everybody. He has got such strange clothing, and most of it's been all up in his wardrobe since the early 40s. If he starts coming out with those repeats, I'm going to say, I know Radio Frequency that they haven't heard those. You go down on 1920. So we're banishing. I'm not allowed on there. What about CW too? Oh dear. What? There's three good to know you don't like me. Oh,
Strange bunch of lads. Anyway, who have we got here? We got Jackie Chan in the chat too. We've got 42 viewers at the minute. Or thereabouts, apparently. Jesus, it could happen, Roundy. It could happen. We've Norma Dondi there. Climbing nicely. I don't know. Could tonight be the night? It's just gone past the 8:45. Hit 50 bio. I will if I can. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Anyway, it's not quantity, it's quality. You see, that's what matters. We've got Sid here, the i3 IEB. Hello, Sid. Welcome aboard. They've been on there for years, Dad. The 18. I've often listened to them before, alright. Mad old bunch. Never heard a call sign. White Sapphire is here with our soup and our cup of tea. I hope you're keeping well, White Sapphire. Hope you're not working too hard this weather. Jackie Chan says he lives in a block of flats and has an FM outlet on his wall. Can I do anything interesting with it? He says. I don't know. That's an interesting question. Transmit out of it, I gather. I shouldn't think so. I think if you try and transmit into that, you will cause all sorts of problems for everyone else in your block of flats. I would say that's a bad idea. Massey fan says, I'll just dropping the numbers. 41 now. It says 42 here. I don't know. It goes up and down all the time. People click in, people click out. And at the end of the night, you'll say I'll probably might have something like 50 likes with, 20 people watching or something. It's just the way it goes. People don't sit here and watch all night, which I understand. People come in, watch for a few minutes and head off again. So, I like to know where people are watching from. So, if you could answer me a question in the chat and just tell me, where are you tonight? So, we've got the Kingdom, which I take it as Kerry, of course. We know where Roundy Mooney is. We've got Kev. Kev's in Liverpool. Massey fan says he's in Zealand, which I think was that not an oil rig in the middle of the English Channel that was, I don't know. I don't know. Sandyford, not too far away. South Harrow, out of London. Halfway between Selby and Goole. North Devon. Zeeland, the Netherlands. Zeeland, yes. My mother lives in Amsterdam and she has a friend who lives in Zeeland. I should have realised where that was. Oh dear. In the North Sea. Do you remember that, Roundy? It was on the platform and a family bought it and they turned it into a kingdom. And it became an independent, small state or whatever. And then they sold it to some oil company for as a tax haven. I thought that was called Zeeland as well, though, or something like it, or Sealand or something. Province, yeah. 130 kilometers east of Prague, under a lot of snow, cold. Jennifer Moynihan's Cork City. So we have a few people in Cork. The fish want their land back, says Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan is in Gatwick. Sealand. It was Sealand. It was Sealand. Yes. Wonderful. Electronics Tech. Australia. On a Monday morning. Yeah. Wonder what time it is there. The lads gone to bed? No, they're still there. Oh, listen to this. AM. Some top band AM action.
Doing so, isn't it? I'll do that after. So yes, I'd say that's going off the air. I want to save you for that. 1458. Doing anything that is not available.
Frequency. Well, on this, I'm not too sure. Right, this is out a bit. I'm gonna say it's around 1960 or something like that. Can't make out the other station. North Midlands of Ireland, Jerry is in. Lovely. The Crackle is in Stocksbridge. Yeah. Ian Deacon is in Cartown Harbour. I wonder, is Rod's radio still out there? Was he here at all tonight, Roundy? We're missing a few people tonight that we've had on other live streams. Of course, Michael is in Buxton. There's my man now. Andrew Walsh just joined us in the chat. Hope you're well, Odge just joined. Well done. I'm not too bad at all, Andrew. Thank you. 44, getting close. Wonderful. Wonderful. Hope you're keeping well, Andrew. Oh, one string Hendrix is here, lads. 45. 45. It's officially 45. 45. We've broken a record tonight, lads. You were here. You've all seen it live. 45 concurrent viewers on an Odd Judge live stream. This calls for celebration. Play that mandolin, Jimmy.
Mój taki mili słuchacze, na tym kończy się nasza dzisiejsza audycja. Do usłyszenia.
Do. Hang on, I can play this. Northern Rambler tells me that the AM station on Top Band is on 1962 kilohertz. Perhaps I should dig out a more accurate radio. Oh, 600 into play here. We'll have a listen to him if he's still there. Let's see if we can hear him a bit better.
Is entitled A World Review. Great
Just a bit too much noise in here to make him out. He's there, but not great. 48 watching, all in the one. This is nuts. Oh, sure, that's nothing, Massey fan. Fairly good up in the North Coast, one stronger than the other. Interesting, there is about 300 milliseconds of a day between John Joe's audio and the live stream on the SDR. That's interesting. Ray says, QS White in 1990. I don't see why I wouldn't, Ray. I've nothing on 1990. Oh, I see what you're at, Ray. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, you're tuning up. You were S7 there. You're QSB with me, Ray. You're fading up and down. But you got to about an S7. You're about an S5 up and down. I'll tell you what, why don't you just say something? Live QSL one side at least. You think you'd at least say hello to everyone, wouldn't you? $49. Come on, say something. I'm not listening to this whistling out in the air. Go on. Here's your chance. Your last chance. Yeah. Well, before I tune off, can anyone else hear him? At least he knows what he's getting now. 50! 50! We've got 50 concurrent viewers. 48. Ah. Right, that's enough of that. Ah, 50. We had 50. We hit the big 5-0, huh? Good going. I'm happy enough with that. Although a few people are going to have to hit the old thumbs up button there, lads. You know, some of you are lagging behind. Ah. As Roundy says, people of YouTube, lend us your thumbs. Jackie Chan never told us where he's from, did he? Oh, we did. Gatwick, I think. Indeed. Maybe not. Gatwick, yes, that's right. Yeah. You can pull a lot of, and I can, yeah. You'd be amazed at the countries that popped up. Unbelievable. I haven't looked at it in a long time in depth though. Someone did say CQ test on 1990, but I missed his call sign. Ah, right. Well, they can go again if they're listening. We're on 1990 now. Perhaps when I get my it's dead air now, all right. Perhaps when I get my HF aerial situation sorted out, we could have a live QSO on the live stream with somebody here, because I know a few people are licensed. That's something we could look into doing. Other people have done it. Yeah, man, DX Commander does it all the time, so I don't see why we couldn't give it a go for the crack some evening. Odge Nodge, contacts. Anyone interested? Might be a motivation for Roundy to get the finger out. There you go, Roundy. Yeah. Oh no, today, this year has to be the year, Roundy. You're sitting on that long enough. Too long, absolutely. No, it was 1990. We have 46 people watching, which isn't bad. Michael Tranfield only got a flat screen TV because his kids kept complaining. Terrible, terrible stuff, that. Dear oh dear. Right, lads, I'm going in for a minute. So I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of One String Hendrix. I'll leave you with that. You're listening to 5980 kilohertz. Sean Hall says 47 now. I've joined you. G6KOS. Welcome aboard. I'll be back in a minute. Wonderful. We're doing well tonight. Wonders to the Chinese Larry Gogan. Larry Gogan. Right, lads. I'll be back in a minute.
Bırakanların ilk yarısında anmaya çalıştığımız Meral Uğurlu'dan dinleyeceğimiz son eser Mustafa Nafiz Irmak'a ait güzel bir şarkı. Kanaryam güzel kuşum, ben sana vurmuşum. Seni çok sevdiğimi.
Now, what have I been missing in the chat? How many viewers have died? Only a few. We're doing alright. Tina Tunisia, a good man. Tina Tunisia sounds good, alright. Sean Hall, you're very welcome aboard, by the way. Patrick Bourne is here as well, of course. Ray Kavanagh says 1942 LSB. All right, we shall indulge. Yeah, they're that all right. Kilter Blackley says, I'm watching this on a Yamaha CRT flat 21-inch computer screen now, but usually keep a low profile. Bring back Hendrix. Jeff B says he couldn't buy the CRT that he wanted and had to go flat screen just as CRT was dying off. White Sapphire says, quiz for you all. G2 FRR is a significant call from a classic film. Can you name the film? You're going back a while, G2. The Man Machine by Kraftwerk. Nearly went for the Samsung Slim Fit, but advised against it by the... Oh, good advice, Kev. Worked on a few of them bastards, all right. Bloody rubbish, unfortunately. Yeah, they were muck. The boys having a yap about petrol, yeah. The Eddies don't sound better than Top Band. They probably did, actually, funny enough. Yeah, I know the feeling, Michael. Yeah, roundy. The price at least with the B&O was high end. And then you open them up and it's an ICC 5. Not so good. Yeah, the plasmas were good, alright, but they didn't have the resolution. Where that? You're a messer. You, Mr. Rowney Mooney, are a messer. Probably 720, alright. Although I think some of them were 1080. But I mean, if you look up close at a at a screen, at a plasma screen, you see how large the. Well, I was going to say phosphor dots, but I suppose pixels. You know, so they didn't quite have the resolution. But the colours were fabulous. And of course, with the plasma, unlike the LCD, you have proper black level. You don't have any, you know, light leaking through an LCD screen. It's a beautiful telly. Everything torn down in the engineering menu to make it last. That's the way to do it. Yeah. Turn it all down. No need for them to be all the stuff to be turned up that high. Dry roast, yeah. Quite nice too. I'll have to put them down or they'll be all gone. Very nice. Kevy Wevy Woo was in the chat. Well, first of all, hello Kev, good to have you aboard. We have two Kevins now. Kevin B and Kevy Wevy. He says his father still has a Panasonic Viera. Beautiful television, yeah. Really nice. What year did they stop making plasma televisions? I reckon it was around 2013 or so, was it? $1990 is going again here on Top Band.
I told him that much enough. He heard me. Back to that, Tony. G4 ILQ in the previews net. G4.
Oh, it's AM. An AM net as well. Interesting. Kev says it's a good Irish name. It is, I suppose, yeah. Norman Donnelly says 50 thumbs up. I'm showing 49. Quave. Even I struggle with that name. A friend of mine's daughter is Quiva. She causes a bit of problems when she's dating with anyone in the UK, you know. Quaven, yeah. Caven, yeah. I'm no good with Irish now, Kevin. Kevin's good with Irish, though. Good man, Kev. 50 here now. Sean, right, well, you know, it is a bit strange the way it works, Roundy. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know if I want to give, you know, I think I was having a kid. I don't know if I want to give him one of them mad names because, you know, if they want to go and work in the US or something, you know, you kind of have to think about that. I mean, they struggle with Sean over there. I'm seeing 49 thumbs up with 47 people watching me. A lot of later Philips widescreen sets suffered from gunshots. Yeah, seeing that happening, all right. I did. Michael says he's showing 51 thumbs up on his one. I wonder if I click out of live on my phone and then click back in, will it refresh? Let's close it all together. Interesting, this. I'm sure there's a lot of more important things I could be doing here than a Sunday night. Sean Hall, you've never been so popular. Apparently not. $46 watching. 50 thumbs up, indeed. Wonderful. Yeah, right, Roundy. The reliability went a bit downhill, all right, with the very last of the CRT, sadly. Except, I can remember one though the Samsung made, and it was a beautiful set. I was in a house down in Athlone when I was in college in 2009. And it was a 36-inch widescreen Samsung. Beautiful television. I used to play a little tune when it would turn on. And the picture on it was just sublime. I used to sit there. I wasn't watching the television program. I used to be just admiring the picture quality on it. It was a beautiful television. Welsh names are just as good. Oh, yeah. No, I get great crack driving around Wales looking at the town signs and stuff like that, you know. Jim Gordon's here. Hey, Jim. Did anyone see a Netflix series last year, Gloria, about Radio Liberty shortwave called War Era Transmitter site and some pretty East versus West nasty goings on, including the sabotage of a transmitter? No. Northern Rambler says 4724 USB. Oh, yeah. Well, let's have a listen to that if we can. Look at us now listening to number stations on a Sunday night. No. Ajwa asks LG LED, good or garbage? Not sure. LG equals Samsung, yeah. I see it, a CR88, yeah. Nice machine too, Kev, alright. $52 people watching us now. If you are a new viewer, do say hello in the chat. Wonderful. One of those is probably the CIA, though. Night, night, pig. Take care. $50 people watching us now. Unbelievable. Pico is muck, isn't it? Just. Yeah. You agree with that? Anything else interesting you want me to tune into? Don't know about any of these modern fridges. I don't want a smart fridge either. I don't want that. I don't want me electrical appliances to be smarter than I am. Yeah, that sounds pretty crap, all right, Kev. Mainly if you're minted, yeah, they're pricey, all right. They are nice stuff. I think they're still nice. And we used to fix the vacuum cleaners now, and they were very well put together, to be fair to them. Oh dear. Beaco's alright. It's made to a price though. But it's alright. Their televisions weren't all that dreadful. They had a place in Dublin. And I can remember going with John to them once. Probably around 2008 or 9. And they actually had an old boy there on the bench fixing TVs under warranty. Gas. Yeah, we did quite a few Mealy motors, alright. Roundy. Grundig thoughts, says Jackie. Grundig are no longer it's just a name that's being bought up like Bush with Argos. Take your chance. Pull the carpet up. Oh yeah. They're not short of power, Kev. Grundig is big and posh clothes, and there you go. The Grundig brand has passed over through many owners recently, part of Vestel as far as I know. Oh, interesting. Try Caroline. We were listening to Caroline earlier on here without any major hassle. No problem. S7 there at the minute, Jim. S7, S8. No issue there. Steaming in. Great station. Yeah, Argos are finished, but they've been, to be fair, I don't know if anyone of my Irish friends here have been in Argos lately, but it has been dying a slow death for the last couple of years. And most of the time, what you're looking for isn't in stock, but they say, 2-3 weeks, we'll have it in. What's the point? Sure, people go online and buy it if that's the case. The whole idea of Argos was you get it there and then. So, yeah. It's of no surprise. No, they've had feck all stock. We've gone into them once or twice looking for stuff and they don't have it, so we gave up. Massey fan says $13.95, happy AM Dutch station. We can try, but let's see. It's not one of those low power Dutch stations, or is it a proper pirate? Dutch pirates at the top of medium wave are steaming in there. $16.55. 1645 kilohertz. Right, let's try 1395. Oh yeah, big signal there. Big signal. Big signal. I wonder is our friend on 1440 AM tonight? The Dublin Pirate. He is. Steaming in. There's one then for... There's one for Massey Fan then. You tune Massey Fan to 1440 kilohertz. And you tell me, can you hear our Pirate AM station from Dublin? That's Powered AM 1440 kilohertz. Bezos killed Argos, he sure did. Audio Al bought a label printer in Ashbourne. The place was empty. No, it's no shocker. Ooh, plenty of current there in them 3860 650. That'll burn you alright. Kevy Wevy will go shopping in Ashbourne sometimes. Not far from me, says Audio Al. At Audio Al. Yeah, but there's two Ashbournes. There's one in Ireland and there's one in the UK. Argos jewellery is quality. Yeah, it should be. Mrs. Odgenodge got an Argos engagement ring. Well, it was, the practice one till she picked out which one she wanted, Argos went the way of Extravision. Yeah. Only the crumb tray could be bought. Oh, Jesus, Michael. That's a waste of time. (9430) Radio Romania. What does Massey Fan says? He says, well, I won't receive it with my Philips RL210 AM. My good tube radio is at my grandparents' place. All right, well, worth a shot. Oh, you mean the one in the UK? Yeah, I think he means the one in Ireland. Yeah, there's two Ashbournes. Kev says his dive torch takes a couple of 38 650s. The fish think it's daytime. Sounds like a good flash lamp, all right. There you go, Kev, yeah. So, like, just for example, though, just talking about medium wave and the stations going off air and all. Here, tonight's a prime example. So, we've 3 stations here that we can receive at the minute. that are pirates. Now, without learners, so we have 1440, right? We have our Dutch pirate friend on 1395, right? And then we have a Radio Caroline on 648. So, I wouldn't look all that pessimistically about the future of medium wave. I think there is a future in it. It's just going to be different. And probably better, because you're going to have stations that can play interesting and independent songs and stuff, and there'll be more variety. They're not going to be, DJs, overpaid DJs that are stuck to a playlist playing, crap all the time. So I don't know. I think medium wave has the potential to become very interesting in the next couple of years as your mainstream crap goes off. Right, 943.
The Royal Dance Show by Moale, a group from Spain, very well known for its electrifying performances. A major winner of the Timisoara 2023 European Capital of Culture opening weekend is the exhibition series Plata Usante again.
Vorbim pe de-o parte de expoziție colectivă, care se numește Chronic Desire, pe de cronică.
On the one hand, we have a collective exhibition called Chronic Desire, an exhibition that brings over 30 artists.
Yeah, Radio Romania really bangs out a signal, alright. It'll be interesting to know what their future outlook on shortwave broadcasting is. Low power, perhaps. But I mean, if we have a Dutch pirate there in 1395 roaring in, he's got more than 3 candles burning. I think there'll be a mix. You'll have a small number of high-powered pirates that'll come on and off. And then you'll have low-power fellas. The new normal. There'll be none of that talk here, Roundy. Terrible business. Yeah, no, they have the means to power these things, Jim, alright. Definitely. To be fair, Kev, I think that's all kind of forgotten about now. Although I'm not 100% sure, but it went from being something that was essential to something that didn't matter kind of overnight. All a bit odd, really. Anyway, we could almost be verging on the political. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so we're missing quite a few people tonight. I thought George Christophe might have been floating around. We had Racing Demon in here last week. We had the week before that. I think we had Radio Cruncher in. Yeah. Chipmunk is absent as well. Yes, he very much is. Unusually. Usually in some stage in the evening. Now to be having a row around the mountain about electrical standards. Bro, Madam has just popped in though. I don't know if we have a new video or not, but he does do a live stream every Sunday. So, I think today he was looking at a FRG 7700. Andrew Gaskin is here. Greetings from County Down. Good evening, sir. How are you? I know, Roundy. I'm only joking. A healthy debate about electrical standards. $8879 Mumbai, India, HF Aeronautical. What do we think, lads? Do we stand a chance of getting this? I take it that's upper sideband as well. Barely. A heterodyne off the BFO, but that's about it. Yeah, I know there's something there, but it's my noise is S4 at the minute, so that's not a go. One for 5.8 is the International Space Station radio. Yeah, I've heard people talking to them. Tennis streams of S4 noise. Oh dear. I feel your pain. It's there, but unintelligible. Jerry BVR's calling a night, being up since 6 a.m. Whoa. Stay safe and well, everyone. Jerry, thanks very much for calling into the chat. I think we all look forward to seeing you. You're a staple now here on the Sundays. So thanks very much and have a good night. And I'll catch you next week, all being well. Don't work too hard during the week. Oh! Electrical items made in the 70s. Well, I just got a WhatsApp off Mrs. Odgnods. You can't believe I mentioned the fact that I bought the engagement ring in Argos. It was only a token ring though. We did buy a proper one afterwards, I swear. I don't remember that made by Denko Michael. However, here's an item I came across during the week, and I don't know what the fuck it is. It has a heating element in it. Remember Denko coils, but I think they were English, weren't they? What's this? I've no idea what this is. Right? Apparently, it's 35 watts and made in England. No maker's name on it or anything like that. Of a fair vintage because we've got red, black, and green wiring. A tie press. I thought it might be something to do with tailoring or right, maybe, I don't know. Maybe some sort of an iron. Nice cream chopper. Well, the only thing is, it's a beveled edge on the blade. It's not straight. So it's not a scraper or anything like that. I think you might be a tie press or a tie iron. I don't know. It's an odd one, isn't it? As I say, there's no maker's name on it. Very simple. All it does says here on this blade is 200 to 250 volts, AC or DC, 35 watts, made in England. And it has a bakelite handle on it. Sort of a dark ruby red handle. That's it. Nothing else to it. Tommy K reckons it's sort of an iron. I thought it was some sort of a tailoring tool, maybe, I don't know, for ironing seams or inside or something like that. Massey Fan says it's for rolling ice cream. I don't know. I mean, ask Louis Copeland. Massey Fan's joking. Yeah, I don't know. It does have that for putting creases in your flare trousers. You see, well, that could be it. Jess Ed is here. Hello from Helland in Cornwall. Hello. I did that, Dennis, and what did I get back? I got back meat cleavers, and I took them from different angles into Google, image search or whatever you call it, and meat cleavers. Thinks it's a meat cleaver, right? So I haven't actually tried it. Plug it in, see how hot it gets. If it's 35 watts, it's probably going to get reasonably warm. Try it for the crack. We'll see how warm it gets. Google Lens. I tried there. It was Google Lens that I tried. Yeah, but meat cleaver. Thinks it's a meat cleaver. Let me see. Where are we with the chat? Jim Gordon says, try Algeria on 53 kilohertz. I think you got that wrong, Jim. Write that again there and then we'll see. Getting hot, alright. I wonder when the last time was this thing was plugged in. We should get an idea how hot it gets. You know, if it gets really hot, we'll say it's some sort of a tailoring ironing tool. Put it down there for a minute. Jess enjoyed the LCD TV fix. Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting, alright. Learning curve. We saw Olivia stuff in the TV shop. I don't know where he got it from. He must have got it from Quinn Spares or one of them. It's getting hot, alright. Mumbai is coming in a little bit clear there now. Yeah, it's getting bloody hot now. Do the old white coat. Grand job. Right. So nobody really knows what this is, but we're going to say it's some sort of a tailoring tool. It has that sort of a squint to it. I just thought it was odd. I was saying it was going to die, so I saved it. It was something a bit unusual. And I said, I bet you someone in the live stream will know what that is. Back indoors, had enough of the Shaq photo today. Good man, Ray. You get enough of it, Ari. Oh, well, thanks. Bogged down in repairs at the minute. Quad 2 amps, controller, B&O 3000s, Murphy 362, all done. And A122M and Pro. Shame there's not so much to hear on it. Might put BT Bluetooth on the gramophone. Yeah. Oh, no starting it. No, it just sits there and wicks away the heat into the thing. Algeria 531 300. Oh yeah, well let's have a look here. 531. Narrow. Yeah. I'm coming in loud and clear, all right? Loud and clear, Jim. Where did I get it out of, Odgenodge? Where did I get it out of interest? It came, it was in a box, an assorted box of stuff I was going through. And I was heading for the bin. Well, all the other stuff in the bin was, all the other stuff in the box was going for the bin. You know what it was, so I said I'd ask here. Right, lads, I'm going to pull the plug. Mouse gone mad. I'm falling. I can feel myself nodding off here, so I better pull the plug on this tonight before I actually go asleep. It's been a long day, but it has been an interesting live stream, and tonight has been a record-breaking live stream, which is wonderful. Can't believe we smashed 50. And what was the total in the end? Was it 52 just for a couple of seconds? I think it was 52. I think I say at one stage, which it's unbelievable. I'm pulling the plug a bit early tonight, but I'm just fading. So it's been a good one, lads. And next week will hopefully be even better again. Hopefully we'll get some of the people that have watched previous live streams to come back. i.e. Robert Cross, Radio Cruncher, Racing Demon, to name a few. And of course Chipmunk, he's missed as well. A staple of the Sunday Night Lives. I hope he's alright wherever he's hanging out. Yeah. Right, we'll call it a night. I'll do what I usually do. I'll call out everyone's name in the participants log. So we have underscore Audioval, Ian Deacon, Jennifer Moynan, Baz Gibb, Jim Gordon, Kev Big, Kevy Wevy Woo, Kilsop Brackley, Leslie Diamond, massive fan all the way from Zeeland, Leslie Diamond, Michael Dranfield, Norman Donnelly, Ray Bourne, the very famous Roundy Mooney, the man with the blue spanner, Tommy Kay, and of course, our lovely White Sapphire. Thank you all for tuning in tonight, lads, and to all of you who don't comment as well. And we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks very much, everyone. Andrew Walsh as well, of course. Andrew, lovely. See you all next week. Goodbye.